This is Mwangaza Prime News with Daisy Paul.
A very good evening to you. It's a pleasure having you right here on Mwangaza Prime News. My name is Daisy Paul and Vivian Wangeshi for sign language interpretation. Now, President William Ruto has congratulated the Harambee Stars, terming them as proof of what unity can achieve, having brought the country together and bringing success to the nation. Ruto was speaking when he met the team to congratulate them on their victory over Morocco and their historic qualification for the CHAN knockout stages. Agreed on rewards. A win against Zambia next Sunday will earn each player 2.5 million Kenyan shillings. If they triumph in the quarter-finals, each will be gifted 1 million Kenyan shillings and 2-bedroom affordable housing unit in a location of their choice.
You guys played a superb game. Pongezi sana. Mimi niliona ni karibu mmezoea kucheza watu 10. Lakini you made us very proud. You made Kenya super proud yesterday. We started here together. I remember I told you what you need to do, what every other Kenya needs to do, and what I will do. And I am very happy that everybody is doing their bit. Tuliwaambia nyinyi mcheze kama nyinyi. Mafans wetu wacheze kama wao. Na mimi nitacheza kama mimi. Hii coming Sunday is either we win or they lose. Ama? Yeah? Either we win or we win. Tayari? Niko na maneno yenu ya jana. Iko hapa saa hii. Sisi tumekubaliana mnacheza kama nyinyi, mimi nacheza kama mimi. Tunasonga tukisonga. Si ndio? Sasa Sunday. Nataka sasa tukue na deal mpya. Hii ya Sunday. Sasa Sunday si tunashinda. Inshallah kwa mpenzi ya Mungu tunashinda. Si ndio? Sasa vile tulifanya ile hesabu siku ile. Tulifanya hesabu hapo. Sasa mnajua maja niwakumbushe. Nimeongeza kidogo. Sasa Sunday tukishinda hivi kila mtu 2.5 million. Sindio? Tukishinda. Mukipita quarters. Hapo unapata 1 million yako na affordable house 2-bedroom. Sindio? Aya. Tukipita hiyo ni semis. Quarters. Tukipita semi. Mimi na upgrade ile affordable house kutoka 2-bedroom inaenda 3-bedroom. Ama? Namna hiyo. I must also congratulate Kenyans. We agreed as the people of Kenya that we will put all our other issues aside and stand together, united as one nation behind Harambee Stars. And I must salute the people of Kenya from every place.
Interior Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen has turned up the heat on DCP leader and former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, demanding that he records a statement with the DCI over explosive remarks made in the United States linking Kenya to Al-Shabaab. And speaking in Narok during a Jukwaa la Usalama tour, Murkomen warned that Gachagua must back his words with evidence upon returning to Kenya or face lawful action.
It behooves every citizen of this republic to carry out themselves in a manner that is patriotic and in a way that they can be considered responsible to their Chapter 10 provisions of national values and principles of governance. It is very unfortunate that a person who is seeking public office and who has held a very high office is propagating lies and campaigning against our own country, speaking ill of our nation, trying to portray Kenya as a pariah state where our security officers are irresponsible, because he's trying to call into question our security officers, both and security team, all our armed forces, because they are working in multi-agency way in the border counties, for somebody to try to demean the work that our security forces are doing. And having held a very high office just less than a year ago is extremely unfortunate, particularly when we know that every other day our men and women are making great sacrifice from Boni Forest all the way to Mandera, all the way to Lake Turkana, and all the way to Kwanza here, where we have porous borders that we have different challenges, but particularly in Mandera, Wajir, Garissa, Lamu, and Tana River, where a lot of challenges have been there for many years. And especially when you know that we are bordering a country that is struggling with its own internal problems in Somalia and continuing to put pressure in our own country. I would have expected a certain level of responsibility on the part of the former deputy president, but we will insist, we are continuing to insist that any citizen of this republic who makes such heavy allegations and who thinks that they are doing so for the good of the country, they are obligated to put that in writing. And and when I say that they should record a statement, it doesn't mean that the National Police Service is not independent. I am just restating what is in the law, that if you have evidence that is related to safety and security of Kenyans, the right place to put it is to take it to the DCI and provide that information so that the people you are mentioning can be investigated and be arrested and be charged. But until you put that information in writing, the rest is just pure propaganda.
The KUPPET National Executive Board has commended the Police Service Commission for its decision to promote all police officers who have stagnated in one job group for more than 10 years. Under the policy, which has been approved by the Cabinet Secretary for Interior, Kipchumba Murkomen, the National Police Service will promote the officers without the declaration of vacancies or interviews.
Teacher Service Commission is paying lip service to the teachers in their employment. Currently, the Teacher Service Commission has in their register 400,000 plus teachers. These teachers have various qualifications, but one thing which is outstanding in the Teacher Service Commission is that they have failed to do one thing, which is a human resource requirement, that in employment their people get motivated to work better when they are sure that their security is guaranteed. And one of the things which show that the teacher security or worker security is guaranteed is promotions. Remember, the teachers of this country, their main source of capacity is in their scholarship.
We are asking the government, before we start making moves to demand and actualize, that the government must consider those teachers who have stagnated over 10 years for promotion. We have about 130,000 teachers who have been seeking promotions over the years, as the Secretary General said, and they have never been considered. So, in the same spirit, we are asking the government to promote teachers who have stagnated for 10 years. Because these are public servants. These are people who work without, they don't have time limit on when they come to school and when they leave for the benefit of learners. So if the government is doing this in good faith, they need to consider teachers also, because teachers are a part of the public service, just like the police.
It is neither too late now that this is the time for us to have a national conversation which is all-inclusive and which we are part of, and which will generate new guidelines and policies which will spur growth and development.
Fishermen in Kilifi County have now complained of being isolated by the government. The fishermen under the beach management unit say that the government has abandoned the fishermen, especially when they have disasters in the sea. Led by the Kilifi BMU chairman Charles Nyale, they have indicated that there is need for the county's fishermen to be properly involved in the issues that concern them, as it has been found that many decisions are made without them having been consulted.
Fishermen in Kilifi County have now complained of being isolated by the government while engaged in their activities at the sea. These fishermen under the BMU union say that the government has abandoned fishermen, especially when they encounter disasters at sea.
Katika hawa viongozi wametusahau sana sisi BMU, kwa sababu kuna majanga mengi yanatokea huko na tunalia sisi BMU peke yetu. Hatuna kutushika mkono wala kutushirikisha.
Majuzi tumepoteza ndugu zetu wavuvi Kilifi kwa jumla, ikiwa ni Watamu na Mayungu na Malindi. Tumepoteza wavuvi karibu wavuvi 10, na hili ni jambo la kusikitika, la kusikitisha sana, kwa sababu ndugu zetu wanapotea kiholela holela. Pindi wakati serikali ikipata information ina delay, inachukua muda mpaka ndugu zetu kwenda kuokoa.
Led by Kilifi BMU chairman Charles Nyale, they have indicated that there is a need for fishermen in the county to be fully involved in issues that concern them, as it has been noted that many decisions are made without their knowledge.
Sisi kama kuna zile meza za kupangwa ile mikakati ya sheria na nini ya maendeleo, wavuvi tu tunaweza kuulizwa, tuhusishwe kikamilifu. Tuulizwe ni nini tunataka, ndio tuseme tunataka, pasipo kupatiwa kitu chenye hakuhitaji. Vitu venye tunapoa mara nyingi ni vile tunapoa havitusaidii, kwa sababu hatujaulizwa na wala tunavihitaji ndio, lakini je, kwa asilimia gani tunahitaji hicho kitu? Kile kitu tunakihitaji kwa asilimia kubwa sio kile unapewa. Halafu kile chenye unapewa, unapoa na sheria nyingi zenye hata zinaweza kukushinda. Unapoa na maelekezo mingi kiasi cha kwa kitakuweka pembeni.
Ombi letu ambalo tunahitaji kulizungumzia leo ni kwamba tunahitaji tuone kwamba tumewekwa katika meza ambayo inafanya mipangilio. Kwa sababu hawa wahusika ama administrative ambao wanaifanya katika meza. So hii meza ambao wanafanya hii mpangilio, tunataka sisi kama wavuvi tukalishwe pale.
The incident occurred at a meeting that brought together leaders and fishermen from the BMU union in 3 coastal counties. Reporting for Mwangaza Prime News, I'm Stella Kariuki.
That report by Stella Kariuki allows us to take a short commercial breather, but don't go far. We're coming back with more in a short time. Welcome back. Now, Kenyans who suffered loss of life or property during the post-election violence between 2017 and 2022 are being urged to submit their details for government compensation. Kisumu Senator Professor Tom Ojienda announced that following a historic agreement between President William Ruto and ODM leader Raila Odinga, the government will for the first time compensate victims of post-election unrest. And speaking at a Widows Empowerment Forum held at the Free Pentecostal Church in Mabinju, Bondo constituency, Professor Ojienda encouraged affected individuals to come forward and register their claims.
We will compile a list of those who have claims since 2017 and submit to government for compensation, because the agreement between Raila Amolo Odinga and William Ruto is delivering for the first time compensation to victims who have suffered the effects of violence between 2017 and this year. Gen Z Manegoko can therefore find some place to get compensation. Those who lost their lives, those who lost dear ones, will be compensated, including those who lost businesses. Tunapigia Raila Amolo Odinga na William Ruto asanti kwa kuunda ile kikao yenye itashughulika na mambo ya kupeana rufaa, kupeana compensation kwa wale waliumia mwaka wa 2017 mpaka hii mwaka. Wale waliumia wakati wa msusuko tulikuwa na wale Gen Z walipoteza maisha, na wale wengine wakati huu lazima wale walipoteza Kisumu waende kwa ofisi yangu ya Senate walipeleke stakabadhi, alafu tutapeleka kule mbele ili wapewe compensation kwa serikali. Nasema asante.
The National Police Service Commission in the country has assured Kenyans that the recruitment of new police officers will be free and fair. And speaking in Kisumu, gathering opinions on the bill regarding the registration of police officers, Colette Suda, who is also one of the commissioners, has admitted to the existence of cases of corruption in the exercise.
Speaking in Kisumu during a public forum to collect views on the police recruitment, Commissioner Colette Suda, who also serves as one of the members of National Police Service Commission, admitted the past recruitment exercises had been stained by incidents of corruption.
It is true that there has been a public perception of some of those irregularities during the police recruitment exercises, but what we are doing here, we are engaged in a reform process.
Suda said the commission is targeting the recruitment of 10,000 new police officers and urged young people across the country to take advantage of this opportunity, which for the first time will be conducted entirely online. The commission has assured the public that the recruitment will strictly adhere to national ethical standards, with training successful candidates beginning immediately after the selection process is complete.
We are leveraging on technology to enhance efficiency, accountability, integrity in the recruitment process. And we are going to minimize the human interaction, the human interface. And we know the risk factors. We know the faces which are more susceptible to some of those challenges and irregularities. And the decision to leverage on technology is going to significantly reduce those irregularities and malpractices. That all parts, all regions of this country have an equal chance.
The commission has assured the public that the recruitment will strictly adhere to national ethical standards, with the training for successful candidates beginning immediately after the selection process is complete.
So we are here today to spill the beans, to talk our mind to the Police Service Commission that we actually need a fair, just a process which do not have any favorism in it.
Reporting for Mwangaza TV Prime News, I'm Evelyn Wangari.
Thank you, Evelyn Wangari, for that report. Now, coffee farmers in the South Rift region are set for a major boost after the government announced 2 billion Kenyan shillings allocation for the purchase of coffee pulping and other processing machines. Cooperatives and MSMEs Development Cabinet Secretary Wycliffe Oparanya said the funds will be disbursed through the new Kenya Planters and Cooperative Union to enable farmers to market high-quality coffee.
Tumejaribu kama county government ya Kericho, tumehakikisha over the last 2 years tumedistribute karibu miche 1,000,000 across the county ya Kericho. So nikisema 1,000,000 watu wakikweli msifikiri ni nyinyi peke yenu, ni the rest of the county. Siku hizi tunapanda kahawa mpaka kule Bureti. Our part and parcel of what we do in the county is to license the nurseries. And I think we have done quite a big job. I think we have about 27 or 30 thereabouts licensed nurseries. Na tunaendelea kufanya namna hiyo, Mheshimiwa Waziri. Na hiyo ni kwa sababu tunataka wakulima wenyewe waweze kunufaika na miche ambazo zimependekezwa na Wizara ya Kilimo pamoja na hii ya cooperatives na coffee research, ili wakulima waweze kupanda miche au varieties ambayo inatoshana na sehemu zao.
Over time, the government has ignored research institutions and it has been put under an amorphous umbrella called KALRO. And utatusaidia, mimi tutalete mswada bungeni tuhakikishe kwamba research institution inasimama peke yake, stand alone with their own budget. We cannot talk about CRI in Ruiru that is not even able to give us 2 kilos of coffee seedlings if we don't invest on research. So waziri, tunataka hii shamba hii tujenge Coffee Research and Farmers Training Institute for the Western ecosystem, kwa sababu sasa mmea ya kahawa imetoka kule Mlima Kenya inatembea hapa Rift Valley na Western.
Mambo ya pulping machines, Rais amesema ametenga shilingi bilioni 2 kwa KPCU hapa kutafuta machine ya pulping na machine zingine za ku make sure we market quality coffee.
With that report, we come to the end of this bulletin. Many thanks for staying with us, and thank you to everyone who has made this a success. My name is Daisy Paul, Vivian Wangeshi for Sign Language Interpretation. On behalf of the entire team, we wish you a good night.